Mark Bertoli joining us from Abbott Wealth Management. Welcome back to the show.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, we are talking today about recent events on the market. Last week was a roller coaster.
Right.
Yeah, markets were like not crashing, but there was some severe dips going on.
It's interesting with electronic trading and everything that's going on now. I think the norm is going to be more volatility. Volatility also means going up. And for the last 3 years or so, we've really had a pretty straight trajectory. And so when you get corrections in the market, they're not used to it now. It's been 3 years. They forget what it's like for the markets to go the other way, but it is a very natural part of the market. So
we've got some graphs. Should we get into the first one?
Yeah, I thought, boy, I was, the last couple of days thinking about what we're going to talk about today, but very rarely do we get opportunities to learn like we have here. And so what I did is I just created this. This is the S&P 500. The top one is the American top 500 companies. It's negative 3.84 for the year. Going down, we have minerals at negative 36. We have energy at negative 17 for the year. Financials are down 6.5%, and the Canadian market down 6.75%.
Okay.
This is typically where you'll see people move. People start to get nervous, and I can actually access charts that show me the flow of money. And when the markets go down, money comes out. When the markets go up, money goes in. That's the opposite of what should happen.
Absolutely.
If we could just go back to that one chart for 1 second again. What I wanted to talk about a little bit is the lesson today. For instance, if we looked at capped minerals and mining, in the last week, it has gone up 26.5%.
Okay.
Energy's moved 10% in the last 5 business days. So, people try and time the market and say, maybe I'll just step out for a little bit. Things are getting volatile. Things are down. There's a real problem with that. And if we could just bring up the next chart, it really explains. So this is a chart that shows if we invested $10,000 back in 1980 and we left it alone, today in the S&P 500 in the US, it'd be worth about $332,000. If we missed just the 5 best days in that period, we would be down to $215. Or 10 days. Let's say you just missed 10 days like this week that just happened.
Yes.
You would only have $160,000. Now, if you missed 30, you would be at $63,000 rather than at $332.
So staying the course, whether it's up, down, or all around, stay the course. That's your message.
There's a great saying that says it's time in the market, not timing the market. This is a time where people were getting a little bit nervous, and I've talked about knowing what you own, and if you are going to make corrections, wait till things come back and schedule an appointment with your advisor. In volatile markets, I believe that this is the time that your advisor can give you the greatest value.
But the key is, though, as long as you're in a position to ride the wave for a couple of decades. Some people might get
decades
in late.
or days or years. We have money buckets, right? If it's something that's short term, it shouldn't be in the market. It should be in a GIC or something like that for fixing the roof, or you're buying a car next year. If you put money in the market in the short term that way, it's gambling, right? So you need to have your money buckets. If you're in retirement and you're drawing an income, you should have what we call a cash wedge, where you have a portion of your investments not exposed to the markets, so that you can draw on that in volatile times, and have the other portion, of course, working as your engine to grow your wealth.
Okay, good. So all right, you have the right answer for that
You
as
have to have the money buckets, we call them.
Yeah, okay, good lessons to be learned. And things have been good this week, more or less. We've made some comebacks.
Well, yeah, it's, and again today, this morning, tech, for instance, and here we are, with Highland Valley was up 20%. So it's very much, we talked about oil, and the best cure for low oil prices is low oil prices, right? So exploration slows down. We had the announcement yesterday, I think it was, that Yellowhead's going to go on the shelf up in the North Thompson. So the demand or the supply slows down, the demand remains constant, and yet it pushes up, the prices that way. So yeah, you just have to wait and watch what's going on.
Mark Bertoli, thank you for being here today. Information on the screen if you'd like to have any questions answered as well. AbbottWealth.com. Phone number as well, 372-3736.